Welcome, adults. Have you ever asked yourself why some people in their 80s still walk with energy, smile brightly, and do their daily work with ease, while others much younger feel tired all the time? Do you ever wonder if it's too late to feel strong and fresh again, even if you're past your 30s or 40s? And what if I told you that just 3 minutes a day could help bring back the energy, peace, and confidence you once had, but without hard exercises, pills, or expensive treatments? Well, let me tell you something very real. I'm 84 years old and I feel like I'm 50 every single day. I don't follow any extreme routines. I don't go to the gym. I don't spend hours meditating. What I do is simple, short, and completely possible for anyone at any age. These are small daily habits that take only 3 minutes each, but they touch something deep inside: your body, your mind, and your inner energy. If you've been waking up tired, feeling foggy in your head, losing motivation, or noticing your body getting stiff too quickly, you're not alone. These are common struggles, but I found real gentle solutions that work like a quiet magic. So stay with me until the end of this video. I promise what you hear today will not only surprise you, it may change how you live each morning going forward. You'll learn 5 small but powerful habits that are easy, healing, and deeply refreshing. And if you find value in this story, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more real-life tips and inspiring stories like this. Let's begin. The first habit that changed my mornings forever takes less than 3 minutes, and it doesn't require moving from your bed. It's simply breathing, but not just any kind of breathing. It's slow, deep, thoughtful breaths taken right after waking up. You see, most people jump out of bed and rush into their day. But when I turned 70, I noticed that this rush left me dizzy, stiff, and uneasy. So instead, I began my mornings with a breathing ritual. It's quiet, it's slow, and it changed everything. When we wake up, our brain and body are still adjusting from sleep, but deep breathing gives them what they need most: oxygen. This oxygen doesn't just help the brain think more clearly, it actually tells the body, you are safe. It gently pushes away the fog in your head, clears morning anxiety, and fills your chest with calm. Just 5 to 6 deep breaths in and out can do this. And here's something special. This breathing helps you take control of your morning mood. Instead of letting the world rush in with news, phones, or to-do lists, you create a peaceful space for yourself. These few minutes help stop the panic, slow the heart, and calm the nerves before the world even starts calling your name. Even your body listens to your breath. When I do this, I feel my back loosen, my neck soften, and my joints warm up. The stiffness melts away slowly, like morning fog. My hands and feet feel less tight, and I can stretch without pain. And perhaps most important, your heart listens. Deep breathing sets a smooth rhythm for your heart. Not too fast, not too slow. It helps keep your blood pressure steady and your mind calm. All of this begins with nothing more than air, silence, and 3 mindful minutes. This is not a trick. It's a gift, free, simple, and available every single morning. You just have to choose it. The moment your feet touch the floor in the morning, your body speaks. It tells you if it's tired, stiff, or ready. And one of the kindest things I started doing for myself was giving it just 3 minutes of gentle movement. Nothing hard, nothing fast. Just a slow body flow that feels like a morning song sung through the muscles and bones. At 84, I still do this, and it makes me feel like I'm 50 again. I begin by standing beside the bed and slowly rolling my shoulders back and forth. That simple movement wakes up my upper body, releasing any tightness from sleep. Then I stretch my arms to the sky, as if greeting the day, taking in a long breath. The stretch isn't painful. It's soft, and it melts away the soreness in my back and arms. This kind of gentle movement, even if done slowly, wakes up your blood. You'll feel your hands warm up, your cheeks gain color, and your legs feel more alive. That's your circulation thanking you. Next, I bend my knees lightly and sway side to side. It's not a workout, it's just a rhythm. It keeps my knees healthy and helps me walk better through the day. My spine also thanks me, as I twist gently from the waist and feel a little crack here and there, like my bones are waking up too. This small routine also helps keep me steady. With age, balance can slip away quietly. But these 3 minutes of soft movements train your body to stay centered. You stand taller and you don't wobble when turning or walking. Over time, your posture improves, and that changes how your body feels all day. The final gift is energy. This short, flowing routine chases away the lazy feeling that often comes in the morning. You don't need coffee or loud music. Just these few slow movements, done with love, and your body will feel alive, awake, and ready. This habit may be small, but it's powerful. It helps you meet the morning with strength, steadiness, and grace. One breath, one stretch at a time. There's something deeply healing in just sitting still and breathing. We often think solutions come from doing more, but sometimes doing less is what we really need. One habit I started years ago, and still do every day, is what I call the 3-minute breathing pause. It's not about deep meditation or fancy techniques. It's about stopping for a moment, closing your eyes, and simply breathing with full attention. These 3 minutes are like opening a window inside yourself, letting the noise drift out and the peace flow in. When I first began this, I didn't expect much, but the change was quiet and powerful. I noticed my stress softening. When something upset me, like a forgotten item or a long wait, I didn't react quickly. I paused. I breathed. My nervous system learned a new rhythm. It was as if the storms of life could blow, but inside me the water stayed still. Each breath sends more oxygen to the brain. That's not just calming, it helps you think more clearly. Your thoughts become less cloudy, your mind less heavy. Even decisions that felt big become lighter when you've taken a few moments to breathe before reacting. I've solved more problems sitting still for 3 minutes than I ever did rushing to fix them. There's also a power in how this habit teaches you emotional balance. Anger, sadness, even worry, they all feel smaller after 3 minutes of soft, steady breathing. You feel less controlled by emotions and more in charge of how you respond to life. With time, you grow patience. Not the forced kind, but the peaceful kind that lives inside your chest and speaks softly to the world. And in the busiest moments, when you're overwhelmed or tired, this tiny habit becomes a reset button. It gives you space to pause, realign, and return to the world with calm. You begin again with softness, and everything changes. This small pause, repeated daily, becomes a quiet anchor. It steadies your heart, clears your mind, and gently reminds you that peace is never far. It lives in your breath. There is a kind of power that doesn't come from movement. It comes from stillness. In a world that rushes and pushes us all day long, the habit of sitting in silence, even for a few minutes, can feel like a soft miracle. Each evening, before I end the day, I sit in complete silence. No music, no screens, just me and the quiet. This small moment of stillness became a habit that changed how I rest, how I sleep, and how I carry myself through stress. At first, silence felt strange. My mind would jump from one thought to another. But as I stayed with it, something changed. My brain began to slow down. I could feel the tiredness in my head easing. It was like placing a warm cloth over a noisy engine. Everything began to quiet. The fatigue from thinking all day long gently melted away. This short time gave my mind the break it never knew it needed. With this stillness, the flood of overthinking also started to fade. Instead of being carried away by anxious thoughts or emotional waves, I could simply notice them and let them pass. I became calmer, even during the day. My reactions softened. I didn't feel like I had to fix everything right away. One surprising benefit was how my sleep improved. I didn't toss and turn as much. My body relaxed more easily. The silence prepared my mind to rest. It was like slowly dimming the lights in a room before going to bed, gentle and natural. Even though I wasn't moving during those quiet moments, I could feel my energy returning, like a battery charging. I began to wake up feeling more refreshed, not drained. The stillness filled me without asking me to do anything, but perhaps most precious was how this habit connected me to something deeper. A quiet center inside, a peaceful place that isn't touched by the day's noise. The more I returned to that silence, the more balanced I became. Stillness is not empty, it's full of peace. And every evening when I sit with it, I find myself again. Every morning before the world stirs too much, I start my day with simple, slow movements. I don't do heavy workouts or hard exercises. What I do looks more like a soft dance or a prayer through motion. These small physical habits don't take more than 3 minutes, but they fill me with life. I stretch my arms up, roll my shoulders gently, twist my waist, and slowly breathe. These movements wake up my body in a kind and loving way. As I move, I can feel the blood start to flow better, like a gentle river clearing old leaves. My fingers and knees, which sometimes feel stiff when I wake up, begin to loosen. My joints thank me for not rushing, for taking time to open them slowly and gently. It's like giving oil to an old door so it swings freely again. Not long after I began doing this, I noticed another gift. My digestion improved. These light movements, especially a few twists and bends, helped reduce the tight feeling I sometimes got in my belly. They seemed to signal my body to begin its daily work, to wake up the stomach in a peaceful, supportive way. That heavy, bloated feeling that used to follow me through the morning slowly went away. More than anything, these gentle rituals helped me rise with natural energy. I no longer needed strong coffee or loud alarms to pull me from sleep. The movements told my body, it's time to begin. They made me feel alive, fresh and clear. As I moved, I also focused on my breath. Breathing in slowly, then out, I found my rhythm. This connection between breath and movement brought my mind and body into harmony. I felt present, not thinking of the past, not worrying about the day ahead, just here, in this soft moment. These short practices may seem small, but they hold deep power. They connect me to my body, to my breath, and to the quiet joy of being alive. And that, to me, is a beautiful way to begin each day. As we come to the end of this journey together, I want to remind you of something simple but powerful. These small, everyday habits are not just about feeling better today. They're about taking charge of your life, your health, and your happiness. Each of the tiny actions we've explored, whether it's waking up with light movements, drinking that first glass of water, or just taking a quiet moment to breathe, are ways of showing love to ourselves. These habits remind us that we don't have to make huge changes to live better. In fact, it's often the small, consistent actions that make the biggest difference. I know it can feel overwhelming at times, but remember, these are not things you have to do all at once. Start small. Just 3 minutes of your day to stretch, breathe, or drink a glass of water is enough to start feeling the shift. Over time, these small shifts build into something beautiful. As you continue your days, keep in mind that it's not about perfection. Life is a journey, not a race. By showing up for yourself every day, even with small steps, you are strengthening your energy, your mind, and your body. Every moment of effort counts, and every simple action brings you closer to the person you want to be. So take this inspiration with you. You are the one in charge of your health, your energy, and your peace. And as you move through your days, remember, you have the power to feel young again, no matter your age, through simple, mindful habits. Thank you for joining me in this peaceful journey. Let's carry these small but mighty habits into our lives and embrace each day with love and energy.